Alrighty. We are starting up something here. This is going to be the spawn event. Hey, this is my second random spawn event. So this is on the red server. Now, most of my events, 99.9% of events that I host are on the blue server. However, this one is on the red. So that's a little bit different. So we're on the red server. If you guys want to jump directly to my location, it's Axe 14. If you're struggling to find the summon code or aren't sure how to use it, then you could just head to the Gold Raven planet. This is in the public housing. You'll see it right up on the very top. So you can jump right to that location. Oh, that's my phone. I'm going to have to mute that in the background. I don't know if you could hear my phone. So red server. And I'm going to be dropping some birds. And I do have a couple Legionnaire things that I can spawn, as well as a couple Githulus as well if you want those. I don't have very many of those, like 2 or 3. So, all right, I'm just muting my phone right now so it's not going to go beep, 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 beep. All right, so this is the map, and this is, I just built this actually yesterday, tiny little computer console with the planet around it, because that's the Raven planet, as you can tell from the big giant picture, but that's not the actual planet. The actual planet is what we're actually on. So I've already spawned a couple birds for those players who got here before the event actually started, which is kind of a surprise. I was going, huh? How did these people even know what I was doing? There was like 24 people before I even started up the live stream, and I never announced this at all. This is a completely random. In fact, I should actually drop a quick little ping on my Discord server just so that people are aware. So I'll drop my summon code. I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna drop my summon code, and I'm not even gonna mention anything in regards to what is going on. So people are gonna go, huh? Why did you drop a summon code? And that's it. So I dropped a few birds just scattered around, but essentially the main part I want to spawn is not far from the entryway. So we're going to be spawning right up here. Hey, made in Quebec. So we're going to just spawn right here. This way, what? Okay, it's spawning over there. Never mind. Let's go over this way, where it's going to spawn. It spawns a bit odd in that location. There's a couple locations on this map. I've tested it. I've run around dropping birds randomly, and they quite often spawn abnormally. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. Something to do with the way that the map was designed. Originally designed, I should say. Something to do with that. But it's not a big problem. It's not an issue at all. So for those of you just tuning in, summon code AXE14. Now, if this gets too laggy for people, we're going to try to jump to the Hall of Awesome or to Heroes Hangout or somewhere else where it's not going to be as laggy, because we don't, I want people to be able to participate in this without crashing every 25 seconds. And maps like housing maps have specifically been known for being laggy and causing problems. So it might just be because of the amount of material or items used in the map. That's a possibility. But this map does not have very much stuff in it. Very, very few stuff was used in the building of this map, which will change once the friend stuff hits. I'm hoping that that will be a little bit better. But this was, I was actually planning on doing this last night, but then things got kind of complicated. One of the dogs had to go to the vet too, which was still not sure what was going on there. I've also, I ate one of these class XP boosts, because these birds actually give a pretty, oh, somebody got the head. Nice. Somebody else got the head. 2 people in just a few seconds. That's crazy. And I'm drinking my McDonald's coffee, but it doesn't taste good, so I'm probably not going to drink it anymore. It is not tasting very nice. And it started to rain because I was going to mow later this afternoon, and now I can't. Because it is already raining out. And I predicted it was going to rain, even though the weather said it wasn't going to rain. They lied. Darn lying news. Ooh, all right. Fool's gimmick. Ooh, I need that. Except that the bird killed me, and I don't think I got a hit on the gimmick. Stupid bird. There's also an exit over in this side as well. There's an exit both locations, but this one here is just very difficult. They need to remove... Thank you. So the exit button thing, this has caused problems for me a couple times as well. It's kind of funny somebody else actually mentioned that. Because you click on it and it'll just immediately evict you from the map, just like in 5 seconds. There's no delay regarding that, which I find a little bit funny when you're in someone else's. But anyways, I do agree that that should definitely be removed because it is causing some problems. But it is what it is. Now I've got some Legionnaires as well that I wanted to spawn. And they are right there, but I don't think... well, now I'm dead, obviously, because the bird is going to keep freaking killing me. Urgh. This little entryway right here is like very, very small. Probably no one really knows it's there, but it's a quick way to get back to the spawning area. Ooh, Legionnaire. Those are nice for gold, although not as nice as the boats, the spawning boats. Those are not my favorite. My all-time favorite out of every other potentially spawnable thing would have to be the Fool's Gimmick, just because I am pining for the potato pet, the potato weapon, which I still don't have. So that is one thing that I've been pining for, and I'm hoping one day... Ooh, I got the head myself. I'm hoping... Ooh, Fool's Gimmick. Let me get a hit on that. Yes. Yeah, the birds are very tough. And imagine when I hit level 46, they're going to be even tougher. And this is a non-scaled as well. Did I get anything? No potato. Most unfortunate. Axe 14, yep, that is my summon. Axe 14. For those of you just tuning in. If you are wanting some bird droppings, as I like to call it. I find it rather comical to call it bird droppings, which wasn't me that came up with that saying, but I still find it rather funny. I can't even log out. My game's so broken. Whoa! What? That is really odd. I've had issues where I can't attack, where it's been so laggy or something's happened to the server where I can't attack. That's happened before, but I've never had an issue where I can't log out. That would be really, really, really bad. No, fools. Oh, dang it all. That was unfortunate timing. At least I'm getting feathers. Those sell for 50. I also want to continue to acquire gold. I have several goal-orientated objectives that are objectives that I'm trying to go for, and one of which is 100 million gold. 100 million, which is a lot. But I'm at 87 million, something like 87 million, so eventually... Wow, that freaking bird is just one-tapping me. Crying out, Glaven. Makes it difficult when I'm trying to get the other thingies as well. I'm going to drop my Legionnaire. I'll drop another bird first, since those are dead. Ooh, and I can get a hit on that thing. Oh, and just as it went down. It doesn't give any XP. I thought the Legionnaires gave XP before, but I'm not getting any now. I get gold from it, but not any XP. The bird gives a decent amount. The phone is burning. That's not good at all. That would not be good. Okay, so let me drop one of my summonable things here. Legion. I'll drop one of those first, and then I can drop a bird on top. So they got a double, because I can't summon the lessers unless I'm not in combat, whereas with the bird I can summon even if I'm in combat. I can still summon the bird, so it's not an issue when it comes to that. I'm gonna go for lunch, so can't join this one. Hope you have fun, and see you tomorrow in the update. Yeah, I forget what the update is actually, but I'm pretty sure it's the housing thing. Yes, more flowers. When does the summer collection come? That would be in June. I believe it's in the middle of June, if I remember correctly. It might be the beginning. It could actually be next week, because that would be the beginning of June, which could be when it hits, or it could be the middle of June, since summer doesn't technically start until the 21st. So not 100% sure. Although I am a little bit surprised that some of the seasonal events have been leaving prior to any other event happening, which I find a bit unusual, because they seem almost rushed at removing them compared to last year and a couple years before, where they stuck around forever. And especially back in 2020, the seasonals stuck around for so long that they weren't even considered seasonals, because they were in the game for like 9 months at a time, which probably isn't exaggerating. And there was a whole bunch of seasonal events. Like Friday the 13th stayed in the game for, I think, like a year. And it was the same with some of the other events. They stayed around. Around that time was when the Dej thing also became a permanent addition. It no longer became seasonal. Dej's collections were seasonal when they first came out, but then due to the pandemic, they stopped with that, unfortunately. But I mean, it's not a problem. I am seeing that the devs are listening to the suggestions from the players, and things have been changing for the better in AQ3D. If that momentum keeps up, then this has a good chance of surviving, because I was really getting nervous when I was seeing, devs dropping off, and the content we were getting was very lackluster. It wasn't anything big. Some of the features we were getting were really cool, like, housing and the museum thing, even though it's not quite the way I was expecting it. I still see the museum having potential on what it could do. Like, I still think there should be a monster collecting, or at least monster lore collecting, like collect scrolls from the monsters, telling a story about the monsters or something. Some kind of collection that you can farm for off the monsters, besides just global loot stuff. But I am happy they do have global loot. They're taking advantage of that, because having the flowers drop, having the eggs drop and stuff like that, I think that's beneficial, especially considering they're free and you can use them in your houses and whatnot. Someone told me AQ3D will close at the end of the year. Yeah, no, so it won't close at the end of the year. That was just me making an assumption whether or not it would survive due to the lack of engagement that the game was getting. I mean, people were just dropping off really, really fast. So there's been rumors of it happening ever since I posted the video regarding it, but ever since that video came out, the game has been going in a completely different direction. And largely, I think it's because of the community for that. The devs are going, okay, we need to change these things up, and this is what they're doing with the updates that are coming out. So Clarion had posted and said that they're going to be focusing on the sagas, which is something they're going to be focusing on. They're already talking about more classes. Like, things are rolling. This is something that they really want to do. They don't want, regardless of what some people are saying, they don't want the game to die, because the developers working on AQ3D, that's their job. This is their job, to work on AQ3D. It's not to work on AQ Worlds. It's not to work on AQ Worlds Unity or any of the other games. It's AQ3D. So it's their livelihood on the line. So they're definitely not trying to kill their game so that AQ World Infinity will survive. Like, people who enjoy AQ World Infinity might not enjoy AQ3D, and vice versa. People who enjoy AQ3D, there's a good chance they won't enjoy AQ World Infinity because it's a 2D, it's not a 3D. Its mechanics are completely different. The farming is kind of similar quest line wise, but essentially the gameplay is quite vastly different. So I definitely don't see the two games competing with each other in that sense, because AQ World and AQ3D don't really compete with each other. They're both in different categories. 2D, 3D, they're just too different to be normal. It's kind of like comparing Minecraft with Terraria. Both games were unique. Both games had similar, you could build stuff and you could fight and whatever, but they were also vastly different from each other. That's kind of like AQ3D and AQ World in comparison when you think about it. It's a pretty big difference, yet there are similarities. I see me. You see yourself. That's good. What is this event for? So this is basically just a spawning event, just a summon spawn event, helping out people who haven't gotten some of the items from my bird, or other people who are spawning some of their spawnables. Speaking of which, I should probably spawn another one of my Legionnaires, because I forget where those are. Right there. You know, I'm just going to put that in the slot. And then that way I can just go bloop and summon that. Nope, didn't get a potato. Gah! Yeah, I would say the hardest items to get from the bird would be the wings, the pet, and the travel form. I would say out of all three, the travel form is probably the most difficult to get, with the pet being second. Based on the amount of times that we've spawned this, that's how we figured. We figured the travel form is the absolute lowest. On mobile, it's hard to play because it's hanging, like lagging. It's hanging so hard. Now, wait, the game closed on you? That would be horrible. That would not be good at all. I understand how that would be frustrating, though. Yeah, the head is actually fairly obtainable. I got it on my alt twice, and I've only ever got it, like... Well, I've actually... I think I got it 3 times, but one time I missed it. I wasn't able to grab it in time, or I wasn't able to grab it because of lag. I don't remember, but I think I'd got it up to 3 times, and I barely checked my loot on the alt. I barely check my loot, so out of the times I check, so the head isn't as difficult. Sadly, I do not have any... Oh, my Unity just crashed. Just right then. Oh boy. You know what that means? That means this is the beginning of the crash. No, it's... But it will definitely happen. I'm sorry for my bad English. I'm from Germany. Oh, don't apologize for your bad English. That's perfectly fine. All right, I've got to relaunch my Steam. And hopefully I'll be able to get back in before it goes, I'm sorry, you can't get in. Could you imagine if it didn't actually let me in my own house? That'd be hilarious. I would laugh my head off if that was the case. Oh, man, that would be... Okay, I'm going to just jump to the Greengard Ravine first before I go back to the house in case this happens again. Okay, back to the planet of death. Okay, now I can restart the stream. There we go. Heading over to the spawnable area. Everybody's like, what? Everybody's still spawning in as I approach the people with another spawn. Not sure how many people are in here. I'm not sure if this is capped out or not. Okay, well, it's pretty close to being capped out. 119 people. I didn't put it at 200 because that would just be way, way too much. So I put it at a moderate 125, so it's slightly over the cap that we can have in the house, potentially making it more laggy for some, but manageable for others. So it's kind of in the middle ground. I usually don't put it above 125 because the real maps don't cap above 100. And there's a reason for that, because the way the lobbies work, I don't think the game can handle much more of that than that. So, oh, can I get this one in too? Yay, double spawn. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do that. Oh boy. Happens to me as well sometimes during the events. Yeah, it does. Unfortunately, that's just the way Unity is built. You didn't see an event in AEF. I posted the summon code with a ping. But the thing is, I didn't say what the event was. So you would have seen the ping, you just wouldn't have seen what it was for, because I never mentioned that it was... I didn't even say, I'm spawning some birds. I just dropped my summon code. Speaking of which, my summon code has changed, which means bag 10. I need to update my... There. I just updated my thing on the Discord, just so that way the people there's a few people that are questioning what the heck is going on. Everyone support the suggestions I said about the game on Twitter. Actually, yes, I think I retweeted those this morning when I read those. They were some pretty good suggestions. Me and Lag got together last week and we came up with some suggestions, and so they've been sent to the developers. And now this was based on feedback from players as well as our own personal thing. And I think if they were to implement 5 of the suggestions from either me, Lag, or Account, it would be a huge win. Actually, I mean, even more so. OMG Blaze. Huh? What are you talking about? Where's Blaze? That'd be awesome if Blaze was here. I had just spoken to him the other day. And he is doing fine. You are the best. Nah. I just do what I can to help the community and the game. Because of my love for the AE community. So much lag and I don't even care. That's unfortunate, though, that you do have lag. That's one thing also that I hope they can do. Now, there are limitations when it comes to what they can do, but I'm hoping they can optimize the game better so that the devices that it does support will have better optimization. Instead of trying to incorporate all the devices that do work with AQ3D, those should be optimized so that they are not as laggy when it comes to certain things. Now, when you have big events like this, I can understand something like this will cause more lag because there's so many people here. So I can understand that. That makes sense. But when you have like a normal area and then it's super, super laggy. A couple maps that I've been to that have done that, where it's just laggy for no real reason. And one of those places was the new intro. When they came up with that new intro map, I'm not sure why that was laggy on mobile, but it was. And it caused problems, so they had to reduce the view render, the rendering view thing, and which made it look complete garbage now. So it's like, It's not the way to optimize. It has to be optimized beforehand. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but trying to reduce the rendering distance does not... In the long run, it's not a good thing. That's not fixing the issue. That's just putting a Band-Aid over it, which in the long run doesn't really work. The more support, the faster it will happen. It always the bigger voice that reaches them. Wait, Raven, I said 8. I ate 2 McGriddles to you, and you never you ate 2 McGriddles. That's... I'm not even sure what those are. I'm assuming those are from McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's food, but I do drink their coffee. I like their coffee. I like their coffee more than Tim Hortons, because where I live, Tim Hortons is like the biggest coffee place around. It's like huge. But I prefer McDonald's coffee over Tim Hortons coffee. And I'm not a fan of Starbucks, even though a lot of people I know love Starbucks. I've never really have. I find their coffee bitter. I haven't had all the special coffee. Oh, are you kidding me? Somebody spawned a thing way over here? It's just a joke mob. Oh, are you talking about the fat ones? I forget the name of them. The Fat Blaze spawners, because I think I have 1 or 2 of them in the bank too. But yeah, they're just joke ones. Although, believe it or not, though, they give a decent amount of XP. So even as a joke item, they're still not that bad, to be honest. Oh, what's the code? Hold on. Let me just drop that. It is bag 10. Bag 10 is the code. You are my teacher in the game, so if I don't know the way, I go to YouTube and look at the video. Oh, well, I'm glad that I'm able to help in that sense. That's one of the reasons why I make the videos. They should make the executable a 64-bit app instead of 32 to access more RAM. Ooh, that would be nice. What do you think about mounts, not travel forms? Do you think it's a good idea to bring it into the game? I would have. At one point, I would have definitely said yes, mounts, like having mounts instead of having the... Oh, are you kidding me? He spawned another one way the heck over there? Dang it all. Because I want those. Is it going to die before I get there? It's going to die. It's going to die. 40%. I got to get hit. Oh, at 20% I got a hit on. Woo, that was close. But did I get anything good? No, I didn't. I'm going to spawn a bird right here, distract all you guys, but I'm not going to fight that one. I'm just going to keep moving over here. And while everybody's distracted over on that bird, I'm going to run over here and spawn another one. And then we're going to do a challenge. And what's the challenge? I'm going to tell you the challenge. The challenge is, on this map, is a single jelly. One single jelly. And you're going to see this little thing right here. So, lollipop equals question mark. That leads you to something. But the something... Wait, Unity crashed? It crashed on you? Yeah, see, it happens. It happens. I know the feeling. So this is a secret that's on the map. Lollipops equal question mark, which will lead you to something else, which you would need to find on this map. We're not going to do it just yet. We're going to do some more spawns, but I am going to offer a 2,000 Arctic points reward in a moment. I'll tell you what the challenge is. It's on this map, by the way. And I don't have a whole lot of time for this. This is why I just did this randomly, because I only had a limited amount of time, and I thought, okay, I could start working on a video within the amount of time I had, but I wouldn't have been able to edit and upload it within the amount of time I had. So I figured a live stream would be a better option. And I was going to farm, because I'm still working on the Void Divers thing, but I had also worked on this place on my planet last night, and I thought, you know what? I am actually going to do a spawn event instead, because there have been people asking me to do more spawn events, especially in different times, not at the same time, because if I do it always at the same time, people are missing out. So I figured this would be a good time to take opportunity for that. Okay, so this is one more spawn. I'm going to do one more after this, and then I'm going to announce in here the challenge. What the challenge is, and give people, and for those of you who don't want to do the challenge, you don't have to, because I can keep spawning stuff for those of you who don't want to. But if anybody wants to go the extra mile, then you can. What's the join command? Join the summon command is bag 10. It's bag 10, and all right. So I'm going to announce it while I'm typing it. Let me do one more bird. Drop one more bird right here. There we go. Oh, there's the darn, what is it called? Thingy. Fool's Gimmick. His name is so long you can't even read it up in here. It's too tiny to actually read. That's funny. So here's a challenge for those of you wanting to do it. There is a red slime somewhere on the map. First person to DM me on, so send me a message on Discord with picture of slime wins 2,000, oh, holy crap, 2,000 Artix points. So that is the challenge. There's a red slime somewhere on this map. You don't have to look for it if you don't want to, but the first person to send me a message on Discord with a picture of the slime wins the 2,000 Artix points. So anyone else who doesn't want to partake in this challenge to get the 2,000 Artix points, you don't have to. You can just keep fighting. So for those of you who don't want to, I'll be summoning. Just gonna let everybody know, because not everybody's going to be interested, and some people are lagging and stuff, or they're just here for the spawn. So that's why I'm doing both. So there's a little bit of a thing. If you guys can find it, it's actually not that hard, really. It's honestly not that hard to find it, but it's also not super, super easy. Yeah, and on mobile it would definitely be an issue as well, which is why this is essentially a spawning event, and not the challenge. The challenge is for anybody just going for that little extra oomph. So that's essentially what that challenge is for. So if anybody does happen to find the red slime and they do send me there's still going to be more birds. I'm definitely not stopping on the bird thing, but I will have to wrap this event up in about 15-ish minutes, give or take. Make sure to grab those things. Anything you find from these guys, make sure you grab them, because it's 500 gold right there. Now, I mean, you've got items from the bird that you can also sell for a good amount of gold, so make sure, even if you have them, make sure to grab doubles as well, because you can just sell them right in the bank. Right in the shop, I meant, not the bank. Yep, it's bag 10. But it's full. Oh. I saw you yesterday in the social district. Oh, okay. I was there for a while. That's right. Yeah, I was farming the whatchamacallit guy there, the big guy. I was farming him for a little while. Not too often, but I do try to get in and farm while I can, because his stuff is only around for a limited time before it is gone forever. Well, not forever, but gone until next year. And I can't do that. I'm going to get hit. Oh. That darn ultimate. He always gets me every time with that bloody thing. He's going to try to get me again. Ah, you didn't get me that time, did ya? Oh, wait a minute. I just realized my... So there... What? What the... Why'd that summon way over there for? There's a Legionnaire. Way over there. Oh, goody. He's coming this direction. I'll spawn a bird as well. It's a double spawn. A triple spawn. The Cthulhu gets dropped awful fast. Now, this is not a scaled area. So if you're like a level 5 and you summon a monster here, it'll get dropped in 5 seconds. Oh, I crashed again. That's the second time now. Right? Because, yeah, I crashed once before. So that's the second time I've crashed. Unity. Tisk. Oh. And, nope. Okay, so I did get a message from somebody who found a picture of a slime, but that's the sign. That's a sign showing that there's a slime to find on the map, but that's not the actual slime. So, got to keep looking. I sent her a message saying that was only the sign. But, that was... I thought for sure that was going to be the one. I was thinking, whoa, already? Somebody already found it, but they didn't quite find it. And guess what? If my thing is full... Okay, well, I was able to get in. I was going to say, it'd be really weird if I wasn't able to get into my own thing. I would be a little bit confused about that. Be like, wait a minute, it's full, so I can't even get in my own house? Like, that would be broken. So, Atago is here. And Lucky Penny. Lucky Penny. Ooh, we got more of those ships. People have ships, and they have more Cthulhus. And I still have another one of the... Oh, yeah, right, because I'm in combat. I can do a bird. Except that the bird stunned me. Does the Cthulhu stun at all? I don't think so. I think it's only the bird doing the stunning. It just seems that he stuns a little bit more than I realize, which makes it even more difficult. I'm also very low on health right now. Did I get anything good? Nope. Nope, I didn't. Maybe from him? Nope. Also nothing. I do want to drink my other class thing. I'm also going to drink one of these, because that also gives me some XP boost, which is always nice to have. The Raven is so strong. The Raven is very, very strong, especially considering if you're like anything, I think it's level 40. Level 40 and below, you get one hit. He can one hit you if he hits you, which is why it's very important to evade when you can. Makes it difficult when there's 100 people around. But if you turn off the names, it makes it a little bit easier to see the big red things. Makes it just a little bit easier. Commander McGreevis. Yep, Commander McGreevis. That's it. King Werepire. 44 months? Give me the pet next time. I can certainly try. I can certainly try to do that. 44 months, eh? Wow. That is a long time. Hey, Loki. How's it going? Yeah, this was a I never announced this. I never mentioned this. This is just one of those like drop the event type thing. Impulse. An impulse moment. Where'd that bird go? I spawned a bird. Oh, it spawned over here. It's weird. In some locations on this map. Now, if nobody has found the slime within 24 hours, I will have to post the challenge online. But I'll let the people who have done this, and for those of you who didn't know, I can make an announcement right now if you've just tuned in. There is a challenge somewhere on this map, which is a link. So you're going to find signs like this. There's only 2 of them. One of them shows a slime. One of them shows this right here, which is a hint. Somewhere on this map, somewhere on this giant, enormous map, is a single red slime. If you find that single red slime, take a picture of it and send it to me. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody might have already done it. Nope. Somebody sent me a picture of the sign. So I just said, that's the sign, not the slime. So it's a single... I'm calling it a slime. It's not a slime. It's a gumdrop. It's a gumdrop. But it's a single red gumdrop. Just to verify what it looks like, let me just showcase it real fast. So, red. There. This... Oh, I can't... Okay, well, I can't view it. But anyways, this is it right here. It's this slime. So this... Or it's not a slime. I keep saying slime. I'm sorry. It's gumdrop. There we go. That is the gumdrop. It's somewhere on the map. Oh, I got another message from somebody else. Oh! We got a winner. We have a winner. All right. So, Lecie, Lecie, is the winner. She found the slime. I'll show you guys where the slime is. So, yep, Lecie, if that's how you say it. I'm not sure if that's how you actually say your name, but so what this little thing, I'm going to do other ones like this on my other maps as well. So there's this little thing showing a lollipop with a question mark. So if you follow this question mark, or not follow it, but sorry, if you head this direction, and we're just going to continue this direction. You basically go exactly straight. And right over here on this ridge, you'd be seeing... Oh, Erebus found it as well. So, but that's really cool. I can't believe somebody actually found it. I mean, it wasn't super, super hard. Like I said, it was kind of normal. Did your code change when you DC'd? Oh, you know what? Balls. It did. New one is Cape 16. Let me just post that in the other one in AEF, because I actually forgot about that. So I keep disconnecting, keep crashing, and then when I do, it does that. So all right, so we're going up here, and so I'm just gonna say, well, actually, no, it's fine. Other people are how to get out of bounds. So that is the thing. Now, over here, you're going to be looking for some lollipops. Oh, there's some lollipops, which gives you a hint, which means through the lollipops is where you can get out of bounds. So now you're out of the map. And then up on top of this hill, there's some people gathering up here. Go to the very top of the hill, and you'll find a sign. On the sign is a slime, and what this was a hint that there was a slime somewhere out here, because the other one showing a lollipop. So the slime is over this direction. You have to stay out of bounds. Wait, I tagged him like 5 minutes ago. I don't know why I didn't just DM, to be honest. Wait, you tagged me 5 minutes ago? I didn't get any pings anywhere else. I've been checking my pings. The only other ping I got was in another server, but it's not a public server. And I'll check that later, because I don't think it's for me anyways. It's probably an everyone ping. So way over here. So that, well, okay. Yeah, I said slime. It's not a slime. I don't know why I said slime. I meant to say red gumdrop. It's a gumdrop, not a slime. But I've got slime on the brain for some reason. So, you can kind of see something right here. See this little faded mark right here? That's the destination. This is a huge map, especially once you go out of bounds. Oh, right. I'm just going to call it red slime anyways because I've already called it that. So I might as well just stick with the red slime. Hey. Hey, Kamistra? Is that how you say it? Love Loki? Oh, that's nice. Someone said they love you, Loki. Cape 16. Yep, that's the summon. That is this. Okay, so there, right on top of the hill. You've got this little tiny thing right up here. This is a little tiny area of how to get up on top. But even getting up on top isn't enough. And I didn't know this. I wanted to see what was on top. I was originally going to create a small little tower up top of here, but then it turned out that there's no collision. So you could create your own collision, but you'd go up this tiny little ramp. Go up this tiny ramp all the way to the very tip top of this. Now, at this point, you need to kind of get a good distance. I just used this samurai chute because you have to go into the middle of this. And then in the middle, you're going to find the little, I called it a slime, but it's not. It's a gumdrop, but that's the gumdrop saying hello. Actually, he's thinking hello. So this is where the slime was, inside the tower, which makes it very difficult. So even on a huge map, number one, it's the transportation. It's the moving around because it is a very big map, so it takes a long time. But then you discover something like this. I'm going to do this on my other maps that I have as well, my other public maps. I'll create a little small challenge thing periodically on those. But so let's get back and do a few more spawns before I need to wrap this up. So there we go. Just wanted to shout that out. We're not that far from the entrance because you can go into the map anywhere. So we're just going to go back over this way. Technically, I could just drop a bird and we could get killed by the bird. That would be a quicker way to get back, really. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can just use the summon code once I get back into the location. It looks more like a slime. Well, that's why I was calling it slime. Because to me, I said it yesterday to one of my friends. I said something about hiding a slime. And it stuck with me ever since. And I'm not sure why, but it does kind of look like a slime. And I did kind of make it like an NPC type of thing because it's got a response on it. But I would love to see actual NPCs in housing. I think that would be really cool to have that. But we'll come back here. We'll join the spawning thing. I'm going to actually, you know what I'll do is I'll set up a 5-bird challenge while those guys are distracted with their stuff. I'll go a little bit further over here and do a 5-bird challenge. Because if there's not if the whole lobby is not there, they will survive long enough for me to get 5 of them out before they disappear. So let's try it right here. This looks like we're far enough out, but not too far out. I'm going to do the 5-bird challenge. So this is going to be the 5-bird challenge, provided that these stay alive long enough. Uh-oh. People from over there noticed. Oh, boy. Okay, there's 2. I got to count, because if I don't count, I won't remember how many I have on the field. And I don't want to do an overkill. I want to do a lot. So we're doing the 5-bird challenge. That's what we call it. This is number 3. That's number 3. We've got it looks like the first one is going to be going down before I get the other one. Okay, there's 4. I'm going to spawn 2 more because that other one will be dead before I get the 5th one spawned. So I'll do 2 more. So this will be 4. That's 4. And then 5 will be this last one. Well, that one's still alive. Should I leave it at that, or should I do one more? Let's do one last one. One last one. All right, there we go. That's the 5-bird challenge. This is going to be very difficult. Oh. 6,000. Got hit for over 6,000. Could not survive. You guys can go that way, or you can go this way if you want. This is the secret way out. Go right out just like that. You head right over here. Ooh, got a gimmick. I'm going to hit that as well. There we go. Got a little tap on that. Oh, man, there's a lot of birds here. This makes it really difficult. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. This is when you really need to maneuver. Really need to maneuver. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No. No. God, I can't. I'm frozen. I'm dead. Huh. What the heck? How am I not dead? I'm dead, aren't I? I friggin' died standing up. But I'm not dead. Like, I'm not dead, but I can't move. Because it killed me, but it didn't kill me. Oh my gosh. What do I do in this situation? Can I even leave the map? I can't even leave the map. What the heck? This is... I mean, it's rare that something like this actually happens. I certainly didn't survive the 5-bird. I think this guy's in this... Oh, no, he was able to jump up right from there. How was he able to do that? Okay, so that means I have to, like, reset myself, I guess? It won't let me do anything else. So if I just log out, log back in, it should allow me to rejoin in... I forgot, it doesn't allow me to rejoin. Oh, that is maddening. Hopefully that doesn't happen all the time. Oh, what the heck did just happen to me? I went out of bounds and got a jump scare of a pulsarian on my entire screen, and it went black. What? That is really weird. I have not heard of that happening at all. That is really weird. DC, Bangtan is not working anymore. No, it is not. My new code is Web 14. Web 14 is the new code. I won't even bother posting it because this is going to be close to the end. Did we survive? Everybody? Yep. You guys wow. You guys survived and I can't pick any of those. Oh no, I guess I am picking them up. Or not. What the? I can't pick those up? Oh, that's weird. I have 2 more of these things. I'm going to use those up. 1 more of those. So these will just be a few more spawns, and I'm going to be wrapping it up. Just wanted to tell them that as well, because not everybody who's at this event is actually watching the stream. So I'm trying to do a little bit of both. Do some multitasking. That way I can inform everybody. I had a couple of those things happen to me where the JPEG of some of in-game textures appeared on my entire screen, just freezing the game. One time I got the bush textures all over the map. I've heard of that happening before. Somebody had, what was it, like gold coins or something. It's a icon. It was an icon. Oh no, that's what it was. It was it was the UI. All of the icons off of the UI suddenly took over his entire screen. They just blanketed his entire screen. That happened on a mobile device. I'm assuming you're running mobile, Infernal. It hasn't happened to me at all on PC, and I've never experienced it on my Android, but I have heard of similar situations to that happening. So it's very, very strange. Thank you for my flowers. You are very welcome for your flowers. The bird does drop some flowers. That probably confuses some people if they're at events and then they see something being dropped. They'd be like, wait a minute. How did you get those? I didn't know this thing dropped flowers. Or if the eggs. Eggs would be another thing. People would be like, what? I didn't know that. Drop the eggs. Oh, darn it. I forgot I can't summon that when I'm in combat. Travel form. What? Are you... Okay. He must be saying something about a travel form, but he's not actually... He didn't actually get the travel form. Ah, dang it. In combat again. All right. This is my last Legionnaire. Because I'm in combat. Okay. I was like, I am not in combat, you lie. But I was in combat temporarily. But I'm not anymore. So there we go. This is where I'm going to be wrapping up this event. Oh, you're on PC. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's odd. I have not heard of that happening on PC. Very, very strange. But yeah, I would like to thank all of you guys for tuning in and checking this out and hopping in and getting some farms in. I hope you guys got some stuff that you were hoping to get. If not, at least you got some XP and whatnot. And we were able to hang out because that's always fun to do. And congrats to Lisi, if I'm saying your name right, for winning the challenge. That was pretty good. I'm going to do another challenge, like I said. I'm going to set that up. Now, I am also planning on getting back into doing some PvP challenges. So I'm going to be setting up, talking with Kiba, instead of doing a weekly PvP tournament, we're going to do a monthly PvP tournament. As for backing, since I would not be able to financially support it, I'm going to be reaching out to Artix Entertainment, who could possibly assist in providing the winner with something, maybe Artix points or something from the game, or who knows. We'll have to see. I'm going to talk to them about that, but I'd like to do a once a month tournament. And this way, the PvP players, people who play PvP or people who are new to dueling, they'd be able to experience dueling and whatnot. So I'm going to be talking to Kiba about doing that and talking to the dev scene if there's something they could do behind that, so I don't have to pull it out of my own pocket, which would then be more difficult for me. But that's something I want to do on a monthly basis. So I'm going to get that up and going. But big thanks to you guys for stopping by, hanging out, and having some fun. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys in the next live stream.